Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear students of Standard 10th, welcome back to this online lecture series of Hera English School for the subject of Science 2. So in the last lecture we had discussed about need for environmental conservation. And today we are going to see the further topic of the chapter environmental management, which we are discussing since last two lectures. Dear students, today we'll talk about environmental conservation and our social responsibility. Since existence of human, there is interrelationship between human and environment. Human stepped on the earth long after formation of earth. On the earth, human being proved its superiority as compared to other animals with the help of characters like intelligence, memory, imaginary ability, etc. Human established domination over the nature. Human utilize all the natural resources as much as possible. In an attempt to live a satisfactory life, human kept on snatching from the nature as much as possible. And this lead to increase in problems. From this entire scenario, we can understand that human has crucial role in maintaining the environmental balance. If human has disturbed the environmental balance, then human itself only can conserve and improve the quality of nature. What an important line it is. See the students, what points are given in this para. Human step on the earth long after formation of earth. So there was earth before the existence of human. Almighty created this earth, planet earth, and many other planets, as a blessing for all of us. And we human being proved superiority because we have characters like intelligence, memory, imaginary ability. See, all these characters we have. And our domination over the nature, human utilized all natural resources as possible. And in an attempt to live satisfactory life, what human did? Human kept on snatching from the nature as much as possible. So we took all the important necessary things what we need to live a satisfactory life. And this is what led to problem. And from this entire scenario means the present condition, we can understand how important role human play in maintaining the environmental balance. So if we human being have disturbed the environmental balance, then the human itself only can conserve and improve the quality of nature. So if we know how to disturb the balance, we also know how to improve and how to conserve the quality of nature. That ability we have, alhamdulillah. Many times general public is unknown that its activity are harmful to environment, and thereby unknowingly many activities happen. You must have heard about the recent incident which took place in Lebanon, Beirut city of Lebanon, where the ammonium nitrate was kept on collecting for many years, and what a kind of explosion it had taken. Just last week was an incident. And I gave just recent example. There are many such other examples. In our country, own India, Bhopal gas tragedy is one of them. So it was the responsibility of that company, but generally public as well. We people, we throw the things anywhere. We kept on littering. We don't collect waste as per their nature, dry waste and wet waste. So these all things lead to harmfulness to the environment. We are responsible, so we need to be very careful with regard to this. I hope you understood about this part. Now see, moving ahead, in this particular part you are not going to do, okay, do you know laws enacted, all this part has been reduced. Even Environmental Conservation Act usually used to ask question on this. The first part, the search, even this got reduced, no need to do this. Let us discuss Chipko movement, even this got eliminated. Internet is my friend, yes it is our friend, but we no need to do the points which are given in this. And always remember, even this got eliminated. So as it was told you in the last lecture, whatever part got reduced in your syllabus, we'll see them as we move. Okay, so this part got eliminated. Moving ahead, now yes, we are going to see the story of a small man named as Jada Mulai Payang. Is a highly capable person born in nomadic tribe of Assam. Born in the year 1963, he is working as a forest worker since the age of 16 years. Once large number of snakes died in the flood of Brahmaputra river flowing by the village. As a preventive measure, Mulai planted 20 bamboo plantlets. In the year 1979, the local social forestry department began a social afforestation project on 200 hectares of land. Mulai was one of the few forest workers who were looking after that project. Mulai continued to plant the trees even after completion of the project. As a result of his continuous work of planting and caring for the trees, the barren area witnessed the forest cover of 1,360 acres. So this is a story of a man called as Jada Mulai Payang. So you must have heard about him. Okay, so in the year 1979, there was a department called as Social Forestry Department. They started the project of afforestation. Afforestation means to convert a land into a forest. So there was a piece of land of 20 hectares in which they started to plant the tree, and Mulai was one of them as a worker, forest worker, and he looked after that project and he continued his work, and about 1,360 acres of land got converted. The barren area got converted to forest, and today this jungle in Kokilamuk of Jorhat district of Assam is the result of hard work for 30 years of this project, and particularly the main effort done by this man Jada Mulai Payang. He has been awarded the prestigious Padma Shri award by the government of India for this unparalleled work. Now it is well known as Mulai Jungle. Okay, so many people come together to destroy, but you can see, but a single person, if determined, can establish a new forest. So it's a determination. We think most of the time, what I can do alone. Nature is so big, my area is so big, what will I do? If I do something good, nothing will happen. So this should not be the case. This story gives us inspiration. We should all get inspired by this man. Okay, a single person can do his bit and people will follow us. Okay, so it's a very important part. Note come on him, write a note about the work done by Jada Mulai Payang. So you have to read this part. Now moving ahead, environmental conservation and biodiversity. So see this part. Most harmful effect of the environmental pollution occurs on the living organisms. Have you seen some example of this in your area? Our living world had been richly diverse. So we are living in a very diverse world. Okay, it consists of varieties of plants. Right, there are different types of plants. So and animals. It consists of varieties of plants and animals. However, we are not able to see some specific animals about which we had listened from our earlier generation. Who is responsible for this? Now see, this part asks us question. Biodiversity means what? The existence of different living organisms together in the nature. It's called as biodiversity. So there are many plants and animals which we have listened from our ancestors, from our earlier generation. There used to be such kind of animals, there used to be such kind of plants. Now they are no more. Okay, so who is responsible for this? See, the question is asked to us. So biodiversity is the richness of living organism in nature due to presence of varieties of organisms, ecosystem, and genetic variation within a species. Biodiversity occurs at three different levels. So there are three levels of biodiversity. Let us see one by one. The first one is genetic diversity. Occurrence of diversity among the organisms of same species is genetic diversity. Example, each human being is different from other. Possibility of wiping out the species arises if there is decrease in diversity within the species whose number involve in sexual reproduction. So we know about genetic diversity. We are different from each other because our genetic components are different, what we get from our parents. So each human being is different from other. So possibility of wiping out the species arises if there is decrease in diversity. So if there is decrease in diversity within the species, then there would be chances that genetic diversity will get vanish. Okay, so this is what genetic diversity is. Now the second one, species diversity. Innumerable species of organism occur in the nature. This is called as species diversity. Species diversity includes various types of plants, animal, and microbes. So species diversity is particularly found in plants, animals, and microbes. Then come the third one, ecosystem diversity. Many ecosystems are present in each region. Okay, ecosystem is formed through interaction between plants, animals, their habitat, and change in the environment. Each ecosystem has its own characteristic. Plants, animals, microbes, and abiotic factor. Ecosystems are also of two types, natural and artificial. So about ecosystem, it was told you in the first lecture as well. Ecosystem can be anything, it can be a small pond, it can be a river, it can be a hilly area, it can be a forest, it can be a desert. So that area consists of what types of thing, what types of component, whether it's biotic or abiotic component, all includes in that ecosystem. And it's of two types, natural and artificial. These are the two types of ecosystem. And then this last part is also reduced, so you are not supposed to do this. So today we have finished with this part, what is the responsibility in conserving the environment, and then what is biodiversity, and then we had seen the story of Jadav Mulai Payang. So I hope you have understood. Read this part. Inshallah in the next lecture we'll discuss the further topic of this chapter. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.